Well, what we learned when we exposed APT1, what Mandiant was doing is elevating the dialogue that it wasn't just Chinese hackers hacking the American private sector, but in fact the Chinese military doing it. We saw an initial behavioral change, meaning the activities drastically diminished. So there's a lot less cyber intrusions, but it is my belief today that APT1 is back to the same cyber espionage campaigns they were doing prior to our report. Well, I think what it means is that there are safe harbors for cyber espionage and cyber intrusions and denial of service attacks. North Korea, Iran, Iraq, China, Russia, these places are generally a safe harbor. There's no risks or repercussions to have cyber attacks come out of these geographic regions. So we're going to have these attacks go unabated. And if you're a targeted entity, you'll have to be aware that these threats are out there and they're here to stay. I've observed differences firsthand. If you're doing mergers and acquisitions, no matter what kind of industry you're in, if you're doing mergers or acquisitions in other geographies, and in particular I've observed in China, your entity or your enterprise as well as your law firm is targeted and compromised. I've seen the defense industrial base be targeted all the time, but in general what's taken is different. If you're targeted by certain groups in China based on M&A activity, it's your email that's taken. It's the documents that have to do with a deal. So it's specific people's email that's been taken. If you're in a defense industrial base, the data taken could be program related. So it'll be based on different types of weapon systems or other technologies. So it does differ by industry. If you make software, it could be that your software source code is targeted. Well, I think different boards think different ways, meaning you could have different mindsets based on the industry where you're a director governing an organization. But I do think it's the board's job, it's the board's governance that tries to answer questions: how good do we want our cybersecurity to be? And how tolerable is it to have a cybersecurity incident at our organization? What I've seen most boards get concerned about is, what are the risks to our organization from cyberspace? What are the assets that we have? What are the threats to those assets? And what do we have to do to make sure those threats do not become a reality? So boards need to understand, can we be compromised? What would be the impact of that compromise? And what are we going to do about it to make sure we withstand third-party inspection? Well, I think attackers always go, they're always they're not chasing the puck, they're always going to where the hockey puck's going to be. I do believe that people are getting more and more mobile, so I think the attack surface there will grow. Currently, where we're at in cybersecurity is it's still the laptops and desktops that are being compromised. We don't see as much room for a mobile platform like the Apple iOS platform and iPads and iPhones to be compromised. It's simply a closed environment. So I think that the attack surface in mobility is smaller, but at the same time frame as we all go to mobile platforms, you will see attacks emerge.